Welcome back to the Zach Ratliff Show, episode 4. I'm glad you're with me. Thanks for being a part of me, my show here, and thanks for making me a part of your routine. I want to give a big thanks to our advertiser, Church on the Rock, Texarkana. That's churchontherock.org. Go check them out for all the good things they have going there and the ways they impact not only our community here in Texarkana, but impact lives around the world. So thanks again to Church on the Rock, Texarkana. All right, let's get into it. Episode 4. Don't have a lot today, but we've got some stuff. We're just going to do rapid fire news, and then on a personal front, going camping with my daughter tonight and for the next few days, and she's on spring break. I'm excited about that. We're going to have a good time. So when I leave here, I'm off to get the camper ready and all the things involved. So I'm excited about that. And you know, thank God we have the freedom to do that. Thank God that we live in a country where you can take 2 days off and go camping, and that He's created the freest country with more opportunity than ever has existed in the world. And that's what this podcast is about. The greatness of America, and just trying to maintain it and talk about the tough subjects that we have to talk about in order to, in order to maintain and grow what we have. We should be proud of it. Anyway, we're going to jump in. CNBC.com. The Dow surged yesterday 2,900 points, over 2,900 points, at the news of the Trump tariff pause. What? How crazy. I thought he was doing it on purpose. I thought he was wrecking the economy. I thought he didn't know what he was doing. Well, this was just a impulse decision. He shouldn't make impulse decisions. Whoa. You can't have it both ways. Then on Truth Social, President Trump comes out and he says, hey, over 75 countries came calling, saying, hey, we can't afford this. We need to work something out. He's okay. We'll work on a new deal for 90 days. We can't draw it out. We're just going to do the 10% reciprocal tariff for 90 days. If you can't make that happen, we're going back to what we were. And they know he means it. This guy is fighting for us. For me and you, like I said yesterday, bringing Main Street back in. That's us. The little guy. The peon. That's us. He's fighting for us. So don't be, persuaded by the news that he's not. And look, once again, I don't agree with everything that he says or everything that he does, and I don't have to. But I'm going to take the big part of what I do agree with and what he is, and we can move that forward. If you, with the Bible as your example, God used kings of all persuasions to influence and to have His will done. And that's what I think is happening here. So there you go. All right, X.com, Colin Rugg. And then he goes into this. After 2 days of being furious, the media was just burning Trump down. Can't believe you're doing this to the stock market. Can't believe it's going like this. I can't believe you're just tanking the economy. Now they're mad that there was a jump yesterday. They're mad that he turned it around. Pick which one you want to do. Pick where you want to go. You can't have it both ways. Thank God for the media platforms that we have. If Elon Musk hadn't bought X, it would be a whole new ballgame. Or it'd be the same ballgame. Elon Musk buying X and having a free speech standard is key to all the information we get now. We've seen all the other social media companies, or a lot of them, I don't want to say all, have to change their stance on what they allow. Look, it's just important. So anyway, the media's mad. Then Adam Schiff comes out and says he's going to investigate Donald Trump for insider trading. Talk about someone that needs to be investigated. From everything I've seen, good night. They can't allow, they being the political elite, can't allow Donald Trump to win. They can't allow him to do well. And they're doing everything they can to stop him. This is on the left and right. So am I surprised that they're going to come out and do a insider trading investigation? No. I'm not surprised by any investigation that they're going to do in the halls of Congress, unless it's on themselves, and then all of a sudden everything's hunky-dory. All right, moving on to theblaze.com. Pete Hegseth says, Secretary of Defense, says Panama has agreed to let the U.S. warships pass through the canal without paying the toll. Good. Why were we paying a toll in a canal we built? It seems ridiculous. I mean, I didn't even know we were having to pay. And this all goes back to, we have to maintain control of this. And then now he's being called a bully and all the key phrases. He said, no, we're just negotiating from a position of strength. If you want to continue to, this is a little rat-lithology, if you want to continue to maintain the canal, we will allow that, but you're going to let us come through here for free because we built it, because we died for it, because it's our sweat, tears, and tax money that did this thing. All the way until 1980 when Jimmy Carter gave it away for $1, which, as we talked about in the episode before, was part of the communist plan. Just wild. It's just wild, the things we've allowed. And then the things we've allowed that we didn't even know we were allowing. That we didn't even know we were okay with happening because we weren't. We just didn't know. And once again, going back to the new media, the new way to get information out, now we do know. And there's nothing, there's a lot they could do about it. They could turn off the internet. We could go down all those what ifs. But for now, this is what's working. All right, well then here's this. Daily Caller News Foundation. Goldman Sachs changes their tune and reverses course on their recession forecast. What? All of a sudden the stock market jumps 3,000 points and all of a sudden there won't be a recession? Yeah. Look, Donald Trump even said, what was it, last week or here within recent memory, hey, it's going to be a little rough. That's exactly right. That's what I've been saying. This isn't going to be fun. It's like cleaning your room when you're a little kid, right? You're going to clean it up. You're going to shove everything under the bed. And you're going to put your shoes where they probably shouldn't go. Dad's going to come in, and he's going to open your closet and see that joker's slam-packed. Like, your room may look good, but you can't operate like this. So he's going to say, hey, pull everything out of this closet and start over. Well, then by the time you get everything out of your closet and out from under your bed and all of these things, it's a disaster. It looks worse than when you started. And it sucks. It's horrible. It's the worst. And you're just getting through it. Trash bag, this, donate clothes, all the things. And then it starts coming together. It's still work. And you're like, oh, I can see the floor over there. Hey, I can use my closet. I can put these shoes up. I can put these toys up. Okay, and then you can see and the next thing you know, you're at the end. It's a few hours later, but you've got it going on. You've got exactly what you wanted, but it took work, and now it's easy. Now you know where all your stuff is, but you didn't, and it was hard and got harder. It was messy at the beginning. It got a lot dirtier. Then it took work to clean it up. But at the end, it was all good. That's what's happening with our economy right now. That's my example, just in regular good old boy English. That's what's going on. We're cleaning our room, and we've had the closet cleaned out, and now we've got to work through it. And honestly, it's only April 10th. The closet isn't all the way cleaned out yet. We've kind of started with the drawers. We've got more to come. There are more things coming out of this closet. So let's don't think that, all of a sudden it's over because of one good day in the stock market. This is going a long way, and it's going to hurt for a little bit. We have to have the backbone as American citizens to be okay with it. We have to have the backbone to say, you know what? 77 million of us voted for this. If we don't do it now, will there ever be another guy who will do it? And I think the answer is no. We needed a president who could come in and not have to be reelected. That's the best thing about 2020. He didn't win, sat out 4 years. He wasn't just golfing and fishing or whatever, but he had a plan together, and he knew what he was going to do. And then, now we're implementing the plan, and we're cleaning our room. And so that's, good. Touche, President Trump. Good job cleaning your room. All right, X.com. Ian Yeager says the Chinese yuan plummets to the lowest since 2007. And I've got another article. Before I say what I've got to say, And then the Treasury Secretary Scott, I think it's Bessent, says delisting Chinese stocks from the American trading associations is on the table. Look, that's good and all that. Here's my fear. As we see the China, because the Chinese economy and the real estate economy in China, from everything I've read, is in shambles. As the yuan gets lower, if we pull their stocks from our markets, there will come a decision that the China either has to make. Either they cave to us and our demands, or we go to war. That's the sticky side of the situation. How far do we push them until they're just like, you know what? Send them up, light it up. Now, I never want war. And I certainly don't want war with China. Because while we've been sitting on our hands and passing out lollipops, they've been preparing for war with us. They know who their adversary is. I'm not saying I think we'll be defeated. I'm no military expert. But I'm saying we'd be biting off a lot. And I think we are still the major superpower of the world, and we still, in the end, could pull it out. But just know, if we crash their economy, we pull their stocks, they're going to be a dog backed into the corner. And I think that's something we have to be very aware of. That's something we have to 100% understand. Is that all of this could lead... that there's always unforeseen consequences. But this one shouldn't be it. Because we can see this coming. We know that this is part of the deal. So, there you go. Okay, moving on. This is from X.com, the SCIF, S-C-I-F, the S-C-I-F. Doge has uncovered $5 trillion from our government in untraceable payments. $5 trillion. What's the math? 1 million seconds is 11 days. 1 billion seconds is 31 years. 1 trillion seconds is 131,000 years. So, move that into money, you've got $5 trillion that I don't even know where it went. They don't even know where it went. If you're not aggravated about that, if you're not mad about that, you need to be. So no wonder these bureaucrats and these elites are wanting Doge to go away. They don't want us to know that we're the victim of the grift. They don't want them to know. They don't want us to know how much they've stolen from us and fleeced us for, and then they can't even back it up. Can you imagine, like all of you out there with an expense account at work? Can you imagine just taking your company card and buying whatever you wanted to, and then they didn't even get a statement, and you didn't have to answer for it? Just say, no, I need some more money. What'd you spend it on? Don't worry about it. There's not a company in this country that run like that. If there was, they're out of business. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't make sense. $5 trillion gone. Good night. All right, here we go. X.com, West Echelon, E-C-H-E-L-O-N, West Echelon, Saudi Arabia has banned displays of public support for Palestine. I find this interesting. Look, the Palestinians, the Israelis get a lot of heat over not allowing them in, but neither do the Jordanians, neither do the Egyptians, neither do any of these other people. They could open the gates and let them back in there too. That's not what happens. So Saudi Arabia comes out and says, hey, we're not going to do this. We're going to do this public support of Palestine. Why? Because the Saudis, from everything I can tell, are in the business of making money. Who are they going to make more money from? Israel and the people that support Israel, being the U.S.? Yes. Okay, then let's support them. And it looks by all means as to what's happening. Okay, and then I saw this, and I talked yesterday about this. I said yesterday there was an article where Donald Trump had said he would be open to taxing the top wage earners, which I'm against. I'm 100% in every way. I'm against that. But Representative Harris was on Fox News this morning, and he said there's a 40% tax for top earners, and he says, if we don't get the cuts in the budget that we desire. Okay, so we're negotiating again. I'm okay with a little negotiation. Here's the problem with the Republicans. They don't all want the cuts. And some of them wouldn't mind the tax increase. So it's not going to scare the right ones, I think. And then you'll be forced into a situation of raising taxes on the makers. You can't keep taking from the makers. Eventually they'll stop making and retire and go to the lake, and then what? Where's your income tax come from then if you don't have any of it? If you're just living off dividends in retirement, you don't have any income tax, you have dividends. It's a wild thing. It just blows my mind. So it's a dangerous game being played here. We just have to be aware of it. No matter what, I'm against raising our taxes. Always. What about this? No. Don't do it. What about this? Still don't do it. I'm a no. I'm always a no. All right, and then the last article here. Doge fixes the IRS website. A Doge person asked an IRS engineer how long it would take to move the login button from the center of the screen up to the top of the screen. It said 103 days. 103 days due to red tape and corporate bureaucracy or government bureaucracy. The Doge employee got involved. 17 hours later. Is it 17? Yeah. 17 hours. No, not an hour. 17 minutes. No, 71 minutes later. So an hour and 11 minutes. It was fixed. It went from 103 days to a little over an hour. This is why we need Doge. This is why we need the Department of Government Efficiency. This is the big deal. This is what's going on. All right, that's it. I'm going to head to do some camping with my daughter. I'll be out till next week, and then I'll do some more updates. I appreciate you following along. Please give me a like and a share. Share this out. Let's get it going. Once again, my main advertiser is Church on the Rock. That's churchontherock.org. And I thank them so much for being a part of this show. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. I hope God blesses each and every one of you today and this weekend.